Today I want to talk about a controversial figure in American history. His name was Robert Carter III, and he's often referred to as the kindest slave master in America. But can anyone who owned slaves truly be kind? Let's dive into his story and see what made him so different. Robert Carter III was born into one of the wealthiest families in colonial Virginia. His grandfather, Robert King Carter, was one of the richest men in the colonies. Following the family tradition, Robert Carter III inherited a vast plantation and with it, hundreds of slaves. Now, here's where things get interesting. Unlike many of his contemporaries, Robert Carter III had a change of heart. Influenced by his religious beliefs and personal reflections, he began to see slavery as morally wrong. In 1791, Carter did something unprecedented. He started a process called the Deed of Gift, which was a plan to gradually free all of his slaves. Over the next few decades, Carter freed more than 500 slaves, making it one of the largest manumissions in U.S. history. But what about the slaves while they were still under his ownership? Carter was known for treating his slaves more humanely than most. He believed in educating them, and allowed them to earn money and manage their own affairs. He even established contracts to ensure that families were not separated. While these actions were progressive for the time, it's crucial to remember that the fundamental injustice of slavery still existed. Carter's actions didn't come without consequences. His decision to free his slaves was met with hostility from his peers. Many of them thought he was crazy, and some even tried to legally challenge his deed of gift. Despite the backlash, Carter remained steadfast in his beliefs and continued with his plan. But here's the big question. Can we really call Robert Carter III a kind slave master? On one hand, his actions were revolutionary and showed a level of compassion rarely seen in that era. On the other hand, he was still a part of a system that dehumanized and exploited countless individuals. It's a complex legacy, one that forces us to confront the uncomfortable truths about our past. In the end, Robert Carter III's story is a reminder that history is rarely black and white. His efforts to right his own wrongs set a precedent, but they also highlight the deep flaws of the society he lived in. It's up to us to learn from these stories, to recognize the progress that's been made, and to continue striving for a more just world. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video thought-provoking, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into history. And remember, understanding our past is the first step towards shaping our future.